We are live here at Tumbleweed Trav's bookshelf, Travis, or you can call me something else. I'll probably answer to that too. Welcome to part 2 of our 4-part live stream Lonesome Dove event with the Hat Creek gang here. Starting on my, I guess if you're watching this on the screen, my left is Rowdy from Rowdy Part 1. Below him is Cattle Wrangling Kevin from Towle Reads. And below me, last but certainly not least, Sporting Life Scott from some other character.
Sporting Life Scott. That's good, Trav.
Oh, yeah.
That's good.
No
so we're
sports for
glad
me.
you could all... We're glad everyone could join us back for part 2. And here we go. We are covering chapters 26 through 50 this time around. So that's the way it is. And I'm going to start this off by putting it out to my fellow outfitters here. Impressions of this next section. Anybody got what was their impressions of this section?
Go.
I'll start. Well, hot and sweaty, mosquitoes. I'm thinking sunburns on the parts that show, pale on the parts that don't. You're really kind of just thrown into the whole cattle drive on this part, and it really. I always had this like nostalgic thing, like you remember the movie City Slickers with Billy Crystal, and they do that cattle drive, and I was like, well, that's kind of romantic. And then reading this, I'm just thinking, you're gonna get saddle sore. You'll probably get some rashes in places you don't want it. None of it sounds fun. That's kind of just like an overarching thing for me there.
Rowdy.
There we go. I felt it was better than the first 25 chapters, but still not great. But I did like adding the new, like whole new cast of characters in it. It was definitely better. Some of those are way more interesting. I really like Roscoe, and July Johnson is, well, not the best. He's not too bright. So, go ahead, Kevin.
Well, unlike Rowdy, I really enjoyed this section. Obviously, the character universe has expanded quite a bit. As Scott pointed out, we're moving along. We're still in Texas, though, which is shocking to me. Jake is being Jake. He was everything that we thought he would be. And I'm Jake in the picture, right? Oh, great. We get two new women. If you don't count Peach, we get 2 new women, 2 new sporting women. This is an interesting book. Like Rowdy said, Roscoe. Oh my gosh, he couldn't find his foot with a map and a flashlight. July's completely, clueless on most things. I mean, I really, not to get too into this so far, but my favorite character thus far has been Dietz. He's like the only one besides Saul that's got his everything going. He's focused on, keeping the herd together, thunderstorms, making sure the men are doing what they're supposed to be doing. Like everyone else is a train wreck.
Yeah, that's about right.
But I'm enjoying it.
Mm-hmm. It feels like a different book at this point, a little bit. To me, it did,
Yeah, whenever they went to a whole new set of cast of characters, it was like, did I just like start reading something else that's totally different that has nothing to do with the whole first 25 that we stayed with, like basically like 6 people, and then we gained another 6 people.
Yeah.
So it was definitely a change, but I did like it. Don't get me wrong. It's better than the first 25 chapters for me. I'm still not loving the book, which is my expectations, and that's my own fault. But it is good. Yeah. It's not great at least not yet.
I think that's a fair assessment. I was
Mhm.
kind of hoping for a little bit more just from watching the series, and everything's good. I was hoping for greatness, but knowing what I know what's coming, I'm hoping a little more optimistic. But right now, I think it's probably like a 8 out of 10 for me. Maybe a little
Where are
bit.
you at, Trav? Where are you at?
Where am I at?
Rating wise.
Like rating wise, I'm not sure yet, to be honest with you. I'm really enjoying it, but I'm think I'm going to have to go with a 4.5 right now. I am really enjoying the story, but I don't know. I just can't pinpoint it right now. Maybe because I'm only, we're only about halfway through it, so I can't really make too much. There's some things that are kind of nitpicking at me, like this whole Newt and Call, like Newt being called son thing is kind of bothering me, because I feel like that's something I need a resolution for right away, because they keep making it quite obvious. You know what I mean?
Did they not in the first 25 chapters talk like he was Jake's son?
Yeah.
Yes.
So now it's on the call.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's weird to me on that. And the same, like going over, like I'd said in the first 25, about him taking like 2 or 3 pages to say the same thing over and over and over again on like someone's personality, or, the way this person feels about something, that just aggravates me so much.
Yeah.
One thing about it, that at the risk of invoking a collective gasp from just the booktube community in general when I say this, but there's something that kind of bothers me about the structure of this whole section, and I don't want to feel this way, because I feel like I'm comparing it to The Stand by Stephen King, in the fact that you have all these characters in different places, but they're all headed in like this same destination, kind of like in The Stand. You know what I mean? When you've got all these characters right after the virus hits in that book, and all these characters are like wanting to go meet. I'm not really caring for that. I don't know if you would call that a trope or whatnot, but I'm just not really. I don't know. I like the introduction of these new characters, but I feel like I don't know. It's just kind of bothering me for some reason.
Yeah, I read The Stand
it's
last
still
year.
good. It's a good story. I just, yeah.
It's still fresh in my head, but
I read it in 2023. So, yeah.
One of the things people said, there was like too many characters, but the way they do it, I think in Lonesome Dove and in The Stand, everything's kind of manageable. You got this group and this group, so you don't get lost with all the characters that are being introduced. So it's pretty manageable, but it is. I didn't think it would swerve into kind of like a whole other thing. I didn't see that part coming.
Yeah. There's a lot of plot. There's a lot of plot threads going.
Yeah.
Well, should we say, like, the second part starts off with July Johnson, and he is the was it his brother that got shot by Jake?
Yes.
Yeah.
His brother was the town dentist and mayor.
Yes.
He got accidentally shot by Jake with a big buffalo gun, 50 caliber, went through the saloon wall out. He just happened to be for a stroll. He got shot. Jake hightailed it out of town. The mayor's wife got on her brother-in-law. Her name is Peaches.
Peach.
She's
Peach.
a loud, obnoxious woman. And so she just basically said, you know, get out there and go get Jake.
Yeah.
So July left with his stepson, Joe, who his wife is Elmira, and she hightailed it out of town while he's gone. And then Peaches got on Roscoe, the deputy, to go find July and tell him. So that's kind of, we're on this side quest here,
right,
with this group.
And Joe is not July's real son.
Yes. Yeah. And Well, yeah, I'm two chapters ahead, so I don't.
You don't want to say anything?
I don't know if it was before that or
It hasn't said that who's his dad yet. I don't think, has it?
But we
Okay.
know July's not.
Yeah, we know that
Yes.
because she sent him off
Yeah.
with July, so
it's not
she could turn around and leave.
It's
Right.
not a big reveal, but
No.
Yeah.
No.
hey, everybody, Dustin's here.
What's up?
He's talking to Jay.
I do like on the one thing that I do really enjoy as far as this book wise about the characters is it's come to the point to me to where you don't even have to tell us who is talking, by the way they act on who it is. Like I've nearly pinpointed, you could take away everyone's so and so said this or so and so did that. I'm to the point now where I already know who it is whenever I'm reading it, listening to whatever. Like he's done a very good job of doing that, especially putting it out. So.
Yep.
One thing I've observed with this new group is that they're barely literate. Like, the Hat Creek gang, we got a couple readers in there, but July can barely read. His stepson can barely read. Roscoe can barely read. It's something you just kind of just assume, but I guess literacy in the Old West, it's hit or miss.
Yeah, for sure.
Wasn't he asking? Wasn't July asking Joe how to spell Skeeter?
Yeah, he was wanting to make sure it had two E's in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Skeeters are bad.
And speaking of Roscoe, what do y'all think about that character? I think he might be one of my favorites. He's just his little adventure so far is just his adventure. There's just something really cracked about that guy. It just his whole scenes, especially when he came across that one farmer woman and that whole situation there just cracked me.
So we're gonna go there.
It's just so bizarre.
Well, I'm ready.
We're talking about Ed the Snake, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You just took one of my trivia questions. What was the snake's name?
I knew it.
Yeah. Yeah. The funny part to me is like, they start talking about, he's rolling up on there and he sees a farmer and, he's a kind of a bigger guy or whatever. And winds up that it's a woman.
Yeah. I was going to say, we got some big ladies in this story.
Yeah. Yeah. It was. And then she is so, I guess, blunt would be the easiest way to put it.
Aggressive.
Just basically talking about how it's like, you want to try married life? We can try it out and see. If you don't, you can leave. If I get tired of you, I'm kicking you out.
Yeah, I think she was going to give him like a 2-week trial. Like, try it for 2 weeks.
That's crazy.
Like a pair of shoes.
I guess we have to use our careful language here because she basically, while he was sleeping, said hello to him in a very affectionate way.
Yep.
Woke him up.
I thought he was dreaming.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was not expecting that whenever I started reading that part. I was like,
and he's such an aloof guy. Like he was just like, okay.
Yep.
And then just asked him if he was feisty. I about lost it on that.
Yeah.
After that first time, she wanted to know if he was like double feisty.
Yeah.
And then talking to him basically like he's been wasted because he's 48? And she's like, you might live to your 60.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. And I still need 2 more kids. I wanted 10.
I know.
I've got 8. I don't know if it's her that she's so bad that no one wanted to stay with her. What she said, she buried 3 husbands, and the last one was so fat it took her all night to get him outside to bury him.
Well, I took it as that was the whole appeal of Roscoe because he was real skinny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that was the only appeal, is what it seemed like.
Yeah.
Yeah, she wouldn't have to drag him out of the house with a donkey.
Yeah, and she could help him, or he could help her on farming, even though she told him that he'd probably be terrible at it.
Yeah, there's still humor. I think that was like from the first.
Yeah, but because of the kind of character that Roscoe is, now I'm intrigued with this new character he's come across. That Janie girl who's like rough and tumble, she's just like she's literally walking behind him while he's riding on a horse. She's walking behind him and can actually walk faster than the horse. So that dynamic there is something I'm kind of interested to see develop along the way too.
So far we're halfway through the book and we haven't had really a female character that stood on her own. That's not been a by circumstance, the town lady, or being abused in some way. We haven't had like a strong female. Well, I wouldn't say strong is the right word. We haven't had a female character that has an ideal situation or a somewhat ideal situation yet.
But I mean, that's even with her, whenever he come across her and she was with that old man that bought her or whatever, who knows? I mean, doesn't say what happened in the house that night because it was dark, but you kind of got a pretty good idea what it was.
Right.
Yeah. And what was her name?
Janie.
Janie. Okay. Yeah. So she's kind of Janie. She's kind of almost like a feral hillbilly type of gal, kind of backwoods, and she basically got sold into marriage. She hightails it out there. I think she hit him in the knee with a frying pan because Roscoe was worried that this guy's going to follow him. And she's like, no, he's going to be laid up for a couple of weeks. I hit him. He's probably going to be really PO'd after.
She sounds like she's from Tennessee.
Yeah.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Okay. All right. We know how it is. Right, Rowdy?
Yeah, we know.
Well, can ladies down there catch a rabbit with their bare hands and then skin a frog with their teeth?
Yeah.
I'm sure there's some that can do that.
Yeah.
I was actually surprised Roscoe's never had frog legs before.
Yeah, I was too whenever he said that. Didn't know what they were or anything. Because the way they talk all through the book so far is like they dang near eat everything. Like nothing's off limits. You're talking about eating snakes all the time. And I mean, like, why would you not eat a frog?
Yeah. So, Trav, what's your favorite part of this one, Trav?
I have a couple. I liked the introduction of Blue Duck when he came across Gus and Lorena. I'm just going to call her Lori because I don't know if it's Lorena or Lorena, how you pronounce it. So I'm just going to call her Lori. Okay. I liked that scene. It was very intense. I thought it was very intense. And for good reason, because later on, when we get the next, when Blue Duck returns, that whole section, that was the last, next to the last section that we read. It was just within one of these last couple of chapters before we cut off at this point of the book. Yeah, that was an intense situation, but I also liked, I guess one of my other favorites was probably Calls when he goes off to kind of later on when he breaks from the group and he goes off to kind of scout on his own, and he just starts having all these memories of Maggie. So we get a little bit more of a background story to him, because I was really interested to see where his mindset has been all this time, because to me, not that I recall, we haven't got much to him, as far as backstory, and, like through Gus, mostly, and maybe a little bit through Jake. And then we just have this stuff with Newt going on, but that's like just speculation right now for the most part. But to see this kind of soliloquy from Call himself and his memories of Maggie and sort of his life, I kind of enjoyed that a little bit more because I felt we got a little more in depth with Call's character during that moment. So I guess those are my two standout parts for this part of the book.
I think we finally saw something that resembled emotion from Call with him being kind of wistful about thinking about a lady in the past and if he shouldn't have married her, made her an honest woman, and that sort of thing. So we actually, part of him does have emotions, unlike Rowdy.
That's right. Stone cold killer. He seems so like, I don't know if he's just broken is why he doesn't talk and really have any emotion, especially around anybody. Like it's the way he always talks seems like he's so set in his ways because it feels like there's a reason for it. Like he's dealt with so much stuff that he don't want to deal with nothing. Like he don't want no women around. He had the one before, but other than that, like there is nothing. He likes it his way, and that's it. And I wonder if that's got something to do with what has happened previously. Obviously, I don't know, but it just feels like there's a bunch of stuff that happened to him or his family or whatever that made him the way he is.
Yeah. I thought it was interesting that Call gives us a little bit about Maggie after Gus is thinking about Clara, or I think her name is. And I thought that was interesting. And Call seeing Gus like shed a tear, and I thought that was pretty interesting part of this section.
Does everybody still have the same favorite character? Mine's still probably Gus.
Yeah, mine's Gus.
Mine's Gus.
My second favorite is Roscoe, but Gus is my favorite.
Yeah, mine too. I have to go.
What do you got, Kevin?
I was warming up on Gus. Gus isn't annoying as he was in the first few chapters, so that's good. But I think Dietz is my favorite character. I think my second favorite character would probably be the new cook.
Oh
yeah, I liked whenever he had met Newt or what, and they were talking about making was it grasshoppers with molasses. Honey and all that, or molasses.
Yeah.
When everyone's like, we ain't eating that.
Yeah, and they're like, he's like, worms taste like butter.
Yeah. I was wondering, like, whenever he was telling him that, if it was, I'm just messing with you, to see what you can get away with, or if it's like legit, like that's what he's eating.
Yeah, I think it's legit, because I remember the part where like Jasper Faint was like, I ain't eating no worms.
Yeah.
I'll try it one time.
It's definitely not my thing. I can't eat bugs.
The new cook, that Po Campo, he's going to have to grow on me a little bit. I do like the character, initially, but I think he's just one of those characters that's going to have to grow on me a little bit more when we get a little bit more from him.
He had one of the best lines, though.
Yeah,
they were asking about his wife and about cooking. He's like, "Oh, my wife could." Like, he's just kind of like reflecting with the guys after they were like, I think it was after they had kind of like, "Oh, these aren't too bad," like the grasshoppers and molasses thing. And he was talking about, well, my wife, Gus was talking about biscuits because he always cooked biscuits, and he was like, "Yeah, my wife could really cook biscuits." He's like, "Well, where's your wife?" He's like, "She's in hell."
Yeah.
It was really. He's like, "That's where she belongs, but she can cook biscuits."
I love seeing the jealous side of Gus, because here comes this guy. Everybody loves his cooking, and Gus is just like a little brat. Just
Gus reminds me of the one that like constantly needs a pat on the back because he did something, because he doesn't do a whole lot, but at this particular end of section, he's going to chase the Indian and try to find Lorraine.
Yeah, you could even tell that whenever they walked into the saloon and Brandy broke the bartender's nose.
Yeah.
Just
That was
because he
a- that
didn't
was a- that
basically
was
didn't get
cool.
him whiskey fast enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, it's because I think even Call even says something about, or his inner monologue or something says something about it, about how he wants recognition, like still, even for what he did years ago. It's what he likes.
So I have a question for you all. So the section or the part of it where July is going after Jake, and then he was wanting to get word to Elmira or whatever, and he's at the post office. And the guy was like, I got a letter for you. I think it was, I don't know what town we were, it was San Antonio or Fort Worth or whatever.
Fort Worth, I think.
Yeah. And there was a guy that's not named talking to the postman that's being real loud. It sounded like Gus. Do you remember that section? There was an unnamed guy.
Yeah, I don't think it's Gus.
It certainly sounded like him.
Yeah. Because I think that he was implying that they were younger, and because the postman said, "I hope you have money" or something. And I don't. It sounded like he was familiar with them. I don't think it was Gus,
because he sounded really impatient.
You,
like, he's like, I'm in a hurry, and he was trying to like get a letter or something out. And I don't know if he was writing to like Clara or something.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I made my own kind of assumptions there, but it sounded like Gus.
Yeah.
The reason that I would say it wouldn't be was because he come with 3 other people, and it's not mentioned in. I'm pretty. It's either 2 or 3 other people were with him. Because they were waiting. They were talking about waiting in line. It was taking him forever to find the letter to give to July because it was under some bag that someone hid it.
Yeah, because the only time Gus went off, it was with Call when they went and they were in the bar, and he gave the bartender the what for?
Yeah.
Broke his nose. I think that was the only time that him and Call went off.
Well, yeah, because Gus wouldn't allow Jake to go with him when he went after Blue Dog. He went alone.
He wouldn't he wouldn't let anybody.
No, right.
Which surprises me too, because I'm assuming he's just trying to be a hero, but it's almost like he's also trying, like I don't know if he feels like he's probably going to die going after her because of, all the potentially other Indians or whatever that's around. But it just seemed weird to me. He's like, no, nobody's going but me. I'm going by myself.
Yeah.
So that's weird.
It sounded to me, it was like he had this. It was an open-ended case or something when they were Rangers and he needed to finish it, or that's how I read between the lines, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, I don't think he wanted anybody to slow him down, and it's a bit of a suicide mission because it's just one guy.
Yeah.
See you, Faceless.
Everybody say goodbye.
Goodbye.
He's got to run.
Don't run too fast.
Well, since we have Dustin here and he's read the book, we can have the chat chime in on trivia. Do we want to? We're a half hour into it. Do we want to start? Sure. We'll do some. I'll go through mine, and whoever's then I can participate. Travis, you won't go first this time.
I won't go first, or I will go first.
Last time you said you were going to give him the answers too.
We'll start with
Rowdy. You said.
Okay, Rowdy.
Yep.
All right. Roscoe's first night, he has trouble falling asleep. Why did he have trouble falling asleep?
Was this whenever he made it to the lady's house?
This was before that.
Before that, okay.
This was his first night. So, Dustin, you can chime in. Give wrong answers, too. Put wrong answers in the chat. We're 10 seconds ahead of you, but okay, I'll give you a hint. It wasn't person related. It wasn't people related.
Okay. I don't remember. I remember why at the lady's house, but I don't remember there. Go ahead. I don't.
It was pigs. He ran into some pigs that had chased him, caused some trouble, and then he couldn't sleep the rest of the night.
Because he was afraid they would catch him. Yeah, because
Right.
that's right. Yeah, you're right. Dang.
Okay, Kevin, I'm flipping around here so I can make sure Trav can go up one.
So you're screwing me, is what you're saying.
All right, this is a bit of this could be a hard one. I don't know. You're not from Tennessee, but what is a cantle? CANTLE. Cantle. And I'll tell you that Newt cried on his.
A cantle. Is this bedroll?
That'd be a good guess.
I have no idea.
Any other guesses? It's the raised part at the back of a horse's saddle. When like
That's where his
Gus
butt
had,
is?
yeah. Well, you'll have to look up a picture because the one I looked up, it was in front. But when Gus ran off, he was so ashamed. It said he cried onto it. His tears were streaming onto his cantle. So I had to look up cantle.
See, I was gonna say saddle, but
The back part.
I was like, well, no, maybe that's not right. 'Cause-
I'd give you half a point for that.
well,
Yeah, it's that really raised section on the back where your butt like keeps your butt from
Yeah.
you're sliding backwards. Huh.
well, why in the world would he be crying on it? Unless
I think
or,
the tears
he
are streaming
standing?
down.
that's what I was going to say. Like, is he standing? Because otherwise, you'd have to be getting on the horse backwards.
I remember the section where you're talking about where Jake like says something to him and he takes off, right?
Oh, yeah, I think it would because his feelings were hurt because Jake kind of blamed him too, like it was his part, and that's when he had to leave because he didn't want people to see him cry.
Right.
Yeah.
Huh.
There's actually, there was a lot of crying in this part with just characters crying.
Interesting. I didn't know what a cancel was.
All right, Trav.
All right.
This is going back
Remember
to the
what I
first one.
say. Okay.
Where is Lori's scar?
Lori's scar is, oh my God. Okay, whatever I say, you said it would be correct. I was going to say.
On her body.
Oh my God. Where her scar is on her thigh. No.
Rowdy, Kevin?
Go ahead, Rowdy.
I don't know neither. So I'm gonna say on her face somewhere.
We've narrowed it down. We're at on the face. They mentioned it 3 times. This was in the first part.
I want to say it's either maybe your upper lip.
That's it.
That's it. Okay, good.
You want the bonus?
Sure.
How did she get the scar?
I want to think that one of the guys slapped her or something, but I don't remember.
Kevin?
I think it was an accident. I think it was a horse-related accident.
It was one of the first 2 boyfriends. He bit her.
I was close.
Wow.
Mosby? I think it was the
Mosby.
second one. Was it? Or no, the guy that began with a T
Mosby.
was the second one.
Okay.
Tinkersley.
This was in section 1, Scott?
No, that was part of the first part 1.
Okay.
So I got a point. Yes.
Wait, are we on to Rowdy now?
Yeah, we're on to me now.
Okay. What is Peach Johnson's first name?
Oh my gosh.
They mentioned it one time.
Yes, and it's close to the
got it.
end.
I got that one.
Oh no.
I know that
Because
one.
they
I know
say
that
it.
one.
I want to think. Yeah, she says it in the letter. Is the only time it's mentioned. I remember that. Oh my gosh. I don't know. I'm just going to throw out a name. Let's go with Laura. I don't know.
Trav, you want to steal?
Mary.
That's it.
Damn it! I knew it.
All right. You want the bonus on this? What town is she from? It's in Arkansas. I lived there for a year.
Little Rock.
That's it. Little Rock.
Heck yeah.
Mhm.
I think he needs harder questions.
He got all the hard
I'm
ones
shut
2 weeks ago. Are we on to Kevin?
We are.
All right. What is a bird egg pie?
You're giving me the trap questions this time. A bird egg pie.
Mm-hmm.
I think is it an omelet?
That's right.
Yes.
Very good.
The cow hands kept going, I just love this bird egg pie. And Gus is like, it's an omelet.
Yeah, I
You guys ever
remember
heard
that.
of an
Was that
omelet?
that was with Poe, right?
Yes. Our
Mhm.
new cook.
Yeah, because he was talking about, I can't remember what kind it is, but some egg that he uses is better than another egg. I can't remember which ones they were.
Oh, I think you got quail eggs
Yeah.
and something.
Yeah.
Pover eggs are better than quail eggs.
That's it.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
What is a pover?
It's a small
No,
small bird, I think.
yeah,
Okay.
it's real tiny bird. Yeah.
Okay.
All right,
know.
I got two more. Are we on Trav now?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
How old is July Johnson? I'll give you 2 years, up or down.
24.
24.
Very nice.
Told you I'd be paying more attention this time.
But to random details.
Yeah, he seems like he'd be older, but I guess 24 in the Old West is probably like 36,
old.
maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Rowdy. Roscoe gets paid once a month. How much does he get paid? What's his salary?
Is it his or July that's $30?
Roscoe is $30.
All right.
You want the bonus?
Sure.
What is $30 adjusted for inflation?
Oh my god.
Okay. Can I have a $50 variance?
I'll give you $100 up or
A
down.
$100 variance? Holy crap. All right. So we're back in 8 something. I'm gonna say they say that's not much, but too much. I'm gonna say $800, around $800.
$860.
Wow.
Yes.
I would have guessed way higher.
Yeah, I think they're
Well-
ripping him off.
Well, the only reason I say that is one of them kept saying like that's not much money for one.
Yeah.
And then, but he was happy with it, but he didn't do it. So that's where I was thinking, okay, if you think of inflation and don't get me wrong, $800, if it's a week or a month, that's obviously nothing nowadays. But for someone that's single that has nothing, maybe that's enough.
He lives in the jail, so
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
everything's
Yeah.
free basically.
He doesn't do anything.
Yeah,
he,
that's
he
true.
whittles wood.
Yeah.
Whittles wood, yeah, and then tries to get some drunk cowboy out of a bar. That's pretty much it. And he thinks that's dangerous.
Just follow up from our first one, because we talked about the length of time it would take to go from southern Texas all the way up to Montana. So I looked up some cattle driving facts for us here. A typical cattle drive would last anywhere from 2 to 5 months, depending on the distance traveled, if it's 12 to 25 miles a day. So from Texas to Kansas, it could take 2 to 3 months. Not too bad. but Montana would take up to 6 months. So almost half a year.
Yeah.
And that would make sense because they left in
Yeah.
the very beginning of April.
Yeah.
So that would put them there around October-ish, which would be pretty much winter in Montana.
Yeah.
So I think, Kevin, you had said, because they have to take time. So about 12 miles a day I think that would be pretty reasonable. But
Yeah.
Okay, I have one trivia question. How many times, and any of y'all can answer, how many times is my name mentioned in this book so far? It's not specifically Rowdy, but there's Rowdies, and it says my name a couple, a few in different variances.
I'll say 5.
Okay. Anybody else? 10?
I'm going to say once. I've only saw the actual Rowdy word once that I can recall.
Okay. Scott's the closest. It's either 3 or 4. I think it's 4.
Okay.
Ooh, I do have another one. Who did I leave off on?
Me. So it's Kevin's turn.
Kevin? Okay. Gotta make sure I word it right because I almost said the answer. Okay. The cow that is leading the herd. They bought a cow. Bought one. It's leading the herd. What is its name?
Oh my gosh.
You got this. You got the snake.
I know the snake stuck with me because of the Louisa and her sporting. The cow. Well, I know one of the horses. I know it has a very distinct name. The cow. No idea.
Anybody?
It's a bull, right?
It is a bull. Yes.
Yeah, it's a bull.
Gosh. It's not sticking out to me neither.
It's on the tip of my tongue, but I can't. Oh,
Old dog.
That's right. Old dog.
Yeah. And never would have guessed that.
Yeah, I remember it now, thinking, why in the world would you name a bull a dog?
I don't even remember that.
They bought it from the Rainies when he went there to get some cow hands.
Yeah, because it talks about him being like kind of, what am I trying to say? Kind of like he's either like the bull is either really good and stays on point, or he just randomly goes wherever. So,
do we want to talk about everybody, if anybody's watching, we're talking spoilers here. So our first major death.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sean O'Brien, was it?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's killed by big brown worms.
Water moccasins.
A nest of water
moccasins. Yeah.
No. Yeah, I think it was it Newt that was talking about that he looked like big brown worms.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah. Yeah. The thing that really stuck out for me too was Gus. He was like one of the fastest ones to it. Like he knew immediately what was going on.
Here's you another trivia. How many bites did he show?
Ooh, I knew you were going to ask that, and I'm going to say 25. That's what pops out in my head. 25.
Yeah, that's 25. I
12.
think.
It's 8.
Oh.
It says it shows eight snake bites, but they didn't take his pants off.
Though, right?
Yes, they did not take his pants off to
right.
look, but one of them was on his neck, which basically was he was dead from that anyways. But yeah, on his chest and neck area and stomach.
I did look up now. Cottonmouth and moccasin are generally interchangeable. So if they say cottonmouth, they just mean moccasin. But one bite could be fatal to a human if left untreated. And so 8 bites would basically, he would internally bleed to death within 10 to 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Mm.
No more singing.
Yep. Because that was what even Gus had talked about. It probably would have been better just to let him drown than
Yeah.
have to pull him out and make him suffer, till he died.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was almost thinking that we were going to get someone put him down.
Really?
Let's get rid of the hobbits.
Oh, that's good. So true.
Yeah, like all the cowboys are now freaked out. They had the one, I don't, was it Jasper, who just like flies through the creeks and almost
Jasper
gets thrown because even Gus and Paul are like, man, I've never seen anything like that. They're a little spooked,
Right.
themselves.
Yeah, I think he's the most terrified of it now, ain't he? Or at least the way, the way that they talk is like he's the scaredest of all of them going over it.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty significant too in terms of Newt's character because he was starting to become really good friends with this Sean guy.
Yeah.
And so it hit Newt pretty hard as well. So now he's got this extra emotional baggage on him as well after seeing this. So I feel like this is kind of I don't know, like a parallel to like Col and Gus's relationship, like Newt, whether or not he's Col's son or not. It's kind of a parallel to me that, okay, this is another team that could be in the making. You know what I mean? Another Col and Gus in the works, but he loses this friend. So he's kind of, it's just, I guess I'm just trying to say that I'm just really interested to see where Newt's character is going with all of this. So, but because Sean's death to me wasn't a major character, but like we said, it was the first major death in the book, and it was a very impactful scene, but he wasn't a major character to me, but it left such a huge impact and a crucial impact on some of these characters, like Newt especially. So, and with Newt's storyline the way it is now, I feel like there's a lot more to this character, which, to be honest with you, Newt isn't one of my favorite characters. I like the character. He's just not top tier for me right now. So, yeah, that was the significance of that death scene to me that I felt was more impactful for me on that scene.
Yeah, I think it's
I don't
like
feel like I'm going.
That okay, this isn't going to be all roses and everything. There's real consequences to what we're doing.
Right.
And it wasn't even long after that till someone else leaves. So then it's like he loses two people.
Yeah. Now I did not like the cook,
the
original cook leaving, because before he said, I would rather go with a bunch of guys than listen to my wife. Then he just has a change of heart. And he's like, no, I want to go back. And I was just like,
Well, and then not only that, after he, I guess, is it Boyle or Bull or Bolivar or whatever you say? He keeps saying two different names.
Well,
okay. Even after he leaves, and tells them, which basically the only reason he left, I feel like, was really because they thought he was getting fired because, he dozed off, 10 gauge shot, wagon went with one of the others, and then it got destroyed. But he even talks after he's like, no, I'm ready to go home. And like a page later, he's like, I think I'm going to go back by Lonesome Dove and ring the bell.
I know.
Or ring the thing.
Yeah.
Just to remember everything. I'm like, it's so back and forth because he doesn't go home for his wife in the first place. It's for his kids.
Mm-hmm.
And that whole motivation was just, I think he just had to find a way to get rid of him, and he didn't want to kill him off.
Maybe it'd been better if they'd like poisoned him or something, because he was always mad at somebody.
He should have
couldn't stand Irish. I mean,
thanks for all the beans. Here you go.
Yeah.
He needed the Hobbit treatment on that one.
Yeah, he definitely should have been the one to go. But was he also the same? Was he the same one that wouldn't ever get out of the wagon?
Yes.
Yeah, and Lippy was stuck in the wagon when it went rogue, and he got stuck in the mud. Who came and saved him? Somebody was right there. Call or one of the guys.
It wasn't Call
Gus,
because maybe
Dish or somebody. Yeah, but there was like
Yeah.
a big hero moment kind of.
because I remember them talking to Call about just the wagon was destroyed, and I think it was Dish that was like, "Hey, we can make it a 2-wheel wagon,"
Yeah.
just because the wheels were fine, but the wagon was basically torn in half.
Poor Lippy, he's got a big old hole in his stomach, and now it's full of mud. Probably, maybe stop it up.
It's a poultice. Who's your who? So let's go around the horn. Who is your least favorite character?
Go ahead, Travis. You can go first.
Jake. I'm sorry, but Jake is. I cannot stand that character at all. I can't stand him. I just think he's a pompous. Sorry, but that's just my take on it. The way he did Lorena, and now he's coming back and thinking he's, gonna I just cannot stand Jake.
I'm gonna agree.
Next.
It's either Jake or it's Elmira because she seems like the absolute worst. And July's apparently head over heels in love with her, and she treats him like trash. Which she only married him to get away from. Was it a buffalo hunter or something?
Yeah.
That was.
Yeah.
I don't. That's one, but I'm not a fan of either one of them. And then Jake comes into the camp thinking like, "Hey, where's she at? I'm here to save the day." And it's like, dude, you've been gone for like 4 days now. It's like
Playing cards.
Yeah, just to play cards and win. Oh, and he was doing really good, so we had to stay longer.
For me, I like a good bad guy. So I like Jake because he's slimy, Elmira because she's a witch. July Johnson is just moping throughout the West and he is just, he's probably clinically depressed at this point because his wife just left him. And, even Joe, the stepson, can't cheer him up. And he is just like, I'm like, this guy has got to snap out of it. He's the sheriff and, at this point it's July.
Did he not go through and literally not talk to Joe for like days? Just so he rode as hard as he could, just so he wouldn't have to talk to anybody.
He can't. Yeah. That's his problem. He like when they meet up with the like with other people or something. He can't think. He's like, I can only think about one thing at a time. This is why, like when I went back to them saying like a lot of people in the Old West can't read and that sort of stuff. So he's kind of like him and Roscoe are kind of like these simpletons. They're nice enough. Roscoe's got personality, which goes a long way. Just like Samuel L. Jackson said with Pigs and Pulp Fiction. Like what was the one pig from that show? Green Acres. Pigs have a lot of personality. Roscoe's he's got personality, so he's fun. So like him being kind of a simpleton, it's fun because he's always trying to get out of work and that sort of thing. But July he's just kind of moping around. What about you, Kevin?
I would say July too. Yeah, he doesn't add much to it right now. I mean, he doesn't have a real purpose. I mean, his purpose is trying to find Jake, and then he's got, like you said, he's got this wife that's treating him like crap, and he's just allowing it. And he's just kind of, I don't know, he's just very vanilla.
To me, he doesn't feel smart enough to do anything. Like, it's almost like they made him, even though he's the sheriff, like super dumb and not smart enough to realize what she's doing to him. That I feel more sorry for him than him being my worst character. I guess that's why I like Gus so much and don't like Jake, because at least Gus is funny and does, fun stuff and always cutting up or whatever. And Jake just blows off the handle for literally nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, he slapped Lori because she told him no, she didn't want to go to San Antonio twice.
Right.
Like, I don't know. He just aggravates me is more a lot with anything to that.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't like Jake.
Yeah, right now July's not one of mine.
Go ahead, Trav. July's not one of your what?
Oh, right now, July's not one of my favorite characters. I like him better than Jake. Right now, the only thing going for July is I hope he catches up with Jake. So, because that's who he's after, you know.
Yeah,
And I hope he drags him by his toes back.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Me?
I was just gonna say,
Go ahead.
Trav. I think July would.
I'm done. I'm done. Go.
Okay. I was gonna say, I think July is gonna be the one that's gonna do something just like he's gonna curve the bullet or something, and he's gonna end up killing Jake. You know, and it's gonna be like you're like, what? Because he's so like he seems so incapable, but it's gonna be like this big thing's gonna happen. That's what I envision.
Yeah, I think.
Well, let's hope.
Because Jake slapped Lori in front of Gus, and I think Gus just kind of sat back and to see how Lori would handle it, and she just kept going on like it was nothing. You know, like I'm not going to give him the pleasure of knowing that he can physically hurt me, and I think that kind of showed that like Gus, his investment in her isn't as strong as I initially thought. Like, because if that was Clara who he was crying over, he would have shot Jake. Like,
Agreed.
I wonder if Gus ends up turning, which obviously he's still trying to play card games with her, but it's almost like he kind of is turning into sort of like a father figure to her, like trying to protect her, because he's always going over, because Jake complains about him eating breakfast over there every morning or whatever. But even though he still obviously tries to do that, it's almost like he's trying to protect her and father figure her, sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he let her know that, Jake's not going to take you to San Francisco. Just get that out of your head.
Yeah.
Zane Grey is a good author. Has anybody read him?
I have not. I've never read Louis L'Amour.
Oh, I have.
I know you have.
No, me neither.
Yeah. I have a Zane Grey down below, but I haven't read it yet.
Do you know which one you have?
Riders of the Purple Sage.
Riders of the Purple Sage. Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah.
Oh, here's your bonus for Ed the Snake. Who'd she name it after?
It was one of her husbands.
It was her uncle.
But
it was in the family. Yeah. And there was a snake there. I think we forgot to say that there. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. After she surprised him.
After his dream.
Okay, here's you another one. How far away was he from them?
I thought it was like 3 or 4 feet, wasn't it?
10 feet.
10 yards.
10 yards.
10 yards.
Okay. So he just finished Riders of the Purple Sage. Like his Betty Zane novel, more Frontier Country.
Are these all Western books?
He's done other stuff other than Western, but I think he's mainly known for his Western stuff.
I mean, like even like all the people are like Dustin and that's what they're talking about, or Westerns?
Oh, that's a Western, yeah.
Okay. So after this, I'm going to give one more Western a shot, which is going to be True Grit. And if I don't like it neither, I'm probably out.
He's out.
Yep.
Lonesome Dove killed him. He's done.
It just about it. Not yet. Not yet. I'm not giving up, but it
Oh. I just saw Arnold from the pig from Green Acres. Did we pop that up? I was trying to think. What was the pig's name from Green Acres?
Oh, yeah.
Did anybody watch that, Green Acres?
No.
Did anybody have TBS growing
Yeah.
up?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was on there in the early 80s. That's where I watched it.
Was that around the same time as Little House on the Prairie?
Green Acres was early 60s.
Arnold.
Oh, okay.
Arnold. He's a pig with personality, so you don't want to eat him. Pork chops
Brian-
taste good. Bacon
Brian
tastes
would
good.
know that. Brian would know that.
Yeah.
So
Nobody had any more trivia?
I do not.
I was ready to be questioned. I got my notes and everything.
Let me see if I did make any notes. I'm trying
Now-
to remember myself.
Last time we talked, they did. I mentioned her name was Cynthia Ann Parker, and on page 309, they mentioned a white girl who was kidnapped and rescued. She was kidnapped by the Indians and rescued. So they had mentioned Cynthia Ann Parker, who was a real life person.
Okay, I actually do have another trivia question or two. All right, you had said how old July Johnson was, right?
Yes.
It's 24. Okay. And then married to Elmira. What did he have? What symptom did he have?
Jaundice.
Know this.
I'll give. It involves your liver.
Jaundice.
Oh, I know. I know what it is.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I think it's jaundice, isn't it?
Correct.
Jaundice.
Okay. You want a bonus?
Sure.
Where did he get it at? What state did he get it in?
Arkansas.
Can you show me?
Yeah.
It's the show me state, right?
It
Missouri.
is Missouri
Missouri.
at a trial. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. How old was Roscoe? July was 24, but how old was Roscoe?
You said it earlier.
48.
48.
48.
Okay.
That's what I
Yeah.
thought.
Just wanted to make
It was
sure.
like,
They did give a slight character description of July. I wasn't going to do it because last time it was. But does anybody want to give any character, like physical description of him?
Of July.
July.
I think he's short.
Not tall, but sturdy is how they described him.
Okay, here's you another one. How long was Elmira and July married?
2
I
months.
think it's
What'd you say?
2 months?
Nope.
6
I think-
months. It's not been long.
I think it's 2 years.
4 months.
4 months. Okay.
4 months. All right, one more. So Peach is Roscoe's sister-in-law. Who was Peach married to? Who was Roscoe's brother?
He was the
What was his name?
Say that again.
What was Roscoe's brother's name that Peach was married to?
Charlie.
Nope.
I got nothing.
he was the mayor, wasn't he?
Mhm.
Don't know.
Ben was his name.
Ben.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then one more, which is really nothing. How tall was Peach?
6 foot.
Nearly 6 foot.
I remember that.
So I did have a few. I forgot about those.
Yeah, Dustin's seen it. So when I'm like, when he's like, does everybody know who Chris Cooper is? He's kind of a wellish known actor, almost character actor, but he's been in some stuff.
See if I can find what he looks like.
He was in Lone Star, which came out, I think, in '96. It's a good Texas modern Western show. But when you watch the series after this, you're going to see who I'm picturing with, especially with Call and Gus. They did a great job with casting.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, so don't look up like too many actors and stuff on this because it'll give they'll pop up like a spoiler scene on YouTube. It'll start recommending stuff.
Okay.
You know, like the way YouTube does. Because I looked up that scene where Gus pounds the guy's head into the bar because I remembered that from the series. I looked that up, and then it started recommending like all these short clips of spoilers. If you haven't read it, you know, so be careful what you look up because you don't want like some good stuff coming up.
Hey, Fader 27 is Dawn. That's Dawn. He comments all the time on my channel.
Okay. Yeah. So are we still in the process of thinking they're not going to make it to Montana, or they're going to somehow end up back in Lonesome Dove?
Well, if just with Call, like when he had his existential moment, he kind of had this moment where like maybe I don't know what I'm doing, you know, maybe, you know, and you know, he just kind of went at this, he knows, kind of just off the cuff, let's go to Montana and stuff like that. I mean, I know what happens, but really, like, you should be questioning, you know, what if their great fearless leader is having questions, you know, can they physically do this? We've already had a death. One guy's gone looking for a girl. The cook has left. You know, things are kind of falling apart a little bit here.
Yep.
I don't think it'll end up back in Lonesome Dove. I think it's going to end up, they're going to be scattered. I think there's stuff's going to happen. More people are going to die.
Well, they had already, was it Gus or somebody had already said that, what was it, like statistically, at least 4 or 5 of them would probably die. Something like that. I forgot what he said, but it was a few for sure. And then depending on luck and all that as well. Do you think Lori makes it to San Francisco?
Heck no.
Do you think she makes it through the book? I think
she will.
Just in my head, I'm going through like,
maybe not through the book.
How hard is it to get to San Francisco? And did we say this is like 1878?
Yes.
So there's no train. So I think
no, there's a train
in Denver. I think Jake said if we get to Denver, you can take.
No, Gus was going to.
Gus was going to pay for a train.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but I think they have to get to Denver to get to the nearest train or something like that.
Yes.
And so I'm just thinking you have to go through all this. It's still Indian territory. You know, it's obviously we now know with Blue Duck it's dangerous. Yeah. And I'm just thinking like you just can't. You know. Oh yeah, and she had she's like, maybe this wasn't such a good idea, but I don't know how you'd get to, if you're just a girl, you know, in the sporting life, how do you get to Denver to San Francisco? It's not easy.
That was gonna be my trivia question. What's the body count for Lori?
Ooh, just with this group.
Well, okay, here's another one. Who's got the higher body count, her or Elmira?
Elmira's been
pretty bad.
Elmira's been at it longer, so she would be my guess.
Yeah. Because I already know I've seen a spoiler on Lori, so I don't want to say what happens with her, but I've already
that sucks.
Yeah, Well, they didn't. Where I seen the spoiler was not what happens or anything. I know
You know the outcome.
certain things. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I won't say anything about that yet. So.
I don't remember, so it's going to be fresh. That part will be fresh for me.
Okay,
No, I've never
Dustin,
watched the show either, so I'm completely blind.
apparently this next section is going to be amazing.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping this is where it really ramps up for me because I need it to get better. So I don't hate it, but man, I just need.
Are you doing audio and reading?
I'm doing both. I couldn't
Okay.
just read it. Like it's literally, I don't know why. It's like I said on the last stream, it reads so slow to me that I just can't. I mean, I get so bored with it. So I actually started the audio and immersive read it yesterday and did the last like 5 or 6 chapters. And I like the guy's voice, the way he talks, because he's real, cowboyish, and he does a pretty good job. I mean, obviously he's trying to do like the female voices too, which are not the best, but overall it's good. But it's helped me a ton to get. I guess it's my mindset of being a Western and just the way he talks and cowboy and all that. It really helped me on being able to push through and liking it better. It's like I said, it's not great, but it's good right now, and it might get incredible. I'm just trying to hold out.
It should. There's too many open plot threads that are just.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm curious. Kind of like what you had said earlier, to where it's like it seems like everybody's halfway, like everybody's spread out here and there, and they keep getting further and further. To where I'm curious if it all does all come together to one where everybody meets up somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I really hope that Roscoe makes it back to his lady friend. I think he needs to get married.
Louisa?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He needs to go back. He needs to work on the farm, and that'd be the good life for him. He wouldn't be good at it, but at least he'd get dry cornbread and cold well water.
Cornbread. Yeah.
So
what he's like, she could throw in a piece of bacon or something, but she's like, that's all I know how to make is cornbred.
Yeah. Why don't we eat a chicken here? I had enough chicken in Alabama to serve me for the rest of my life. How much chicken do you eat? Like, geez, you don't stay. Like, I don't know how to cook. And then she's like, at one point, we'll have some beans or some peas or something. I forget what she said. Peas, yeah. It's like, and the cornbread's dry too, but it keeps her light on her feet.
Mexican strawberries.
Mexican strawberries.
With the little grasshoppers on top.
Yeah.
With molasses, dipped in molasses. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know how she could be so. I don't know how she could be so stout with working in the fields all day and just eating cornbread. But they said she was.
Yeah, that's what I didn't understand either. Because, and like, is that all that she ate with her husband? Because the way she talked that he was a fat man. Well, did he do the cooking? Because she literally says she doesn't know how to cook.
Yeah.
Yeah. He must have.
So, I mean, and now all she's eating, like you said, cornbread. Well, there's no nutritional value in cornbread. I mean, you'd think she'd start withering down, but it is a book, so I don't want to get to it.
Yeah, I'm getting hungry too.
It's all the grasshopper talk.
I know.
You should try it one time.
They're crunchy. I already know that. I can't do it. I've halfway tried a cricket once, and I just couldn't do it.
Ooh,
yeah, it's not for
me. Well, we're reaching the hour and 15-minute mark. Anybody got anything else?
No. Just back to you talking. When Gus met Blue Duck, and they're at that watering hole.
Mm-hmm.
I just liked all the psychology behind that. Like Gus trying to, should I shoot him? Okay, if we're going to have a shootout, both of us might not make it. We got Lori over here. Is it because as soon as he found out it was Blue Duck, and now he's regretting, like, I should have just, because I'm on this suicide mission anyway, I should have just shot him then. And, because Jake was like, why didn't you kill him then? And but I like that whole tense scene with them kind of having a face off there. And Gus, he's just sitting in his long johns with his gun, just a cool customer, not a care in the world, and he's this old Texas Ranger. He doesn't get rattled.
He just bathes.
Oh, a funny part was because he took a bath in his long johns, and he got out and he said, I wrote this down. He goes, and he told Lori, he goes, well, I guess my pod shrunk.
Yeah.
So, I remember that.
George
there was another mention of a carrot too, by the way.
There was shrinkage involved.
Yeah, I was in the pool.
Yeah.
I thought it was nearly like halfway condescending whenever she got taken by the Indian, and she does all this. They get to a watering hole. She doesn't drink or anything, and then pees on herself, and then she's so thirsty, and then she has the near audacity to say that she blamed Jake. But I mean, I get why she would, but then it's like you literally had multiple opportunities to go to the other camp, and this would not have happened.
Yeah.
But you're too stubborn to do it. And then look where it got you. This is all, I mean, this really is all your fault because you didn't go. And you got too much faith in a man that's already told you he doesn't want to take you to San Francisco.
It's a typical abused woman syndrome type thing. Yeah.
Yeah. And her character has stayed consistent, that, just hard-headed, stubborn, and, so she didn't pull a bull and just like up and change all motivation and stuff. So
he might be the only one that actually has in this whole book so far to me, because still, even like Gus, even in meeting the Indian, cool, calm, and collective, even though he's thinking in the back of his mind, I should kill this guy. He doesn't do it, but still cutting up with jokes. Even whenever, Sean dies, whatever, at the words where he speaks at his funeral or whatever, and he's like, just some bad luck. It happens. Time to leave him and move on.
Yeah.
And then calls the same way. He's still quiet and gets depressed pretty much. And because Gus even talks to him about you should get married and have a bunch of kids so you can boss them around whenever you feel down. So that right there is probably the thing that surprised me most, is there's actually a hint of depression in this book that's like halfway legit. I wasn't expecting that. I mean, it's the West and there's crazy things that goes on, but I never expected him to talk about depression at all in it.
Yeah. I don't talk about my personal life too much, but I work in mental health. So I would say that Call has dysthymia. It's like low grade depression, and that's why he's so rigid and structured with everything, because that's how it helps make sense of his day and everything. I'm just going to diagnose everybody in this.
If you diagnose the women, that would be interesting.
Yeah, I got to be careful with that.
I'm very interested.
I don't want to get Trav's channel demonetized so soon.
Oh, no.
So, all right. So if Lori is a sporting woman, would Elmira be an extreme sports woman?
Hall of Famer.
Hall of Famer. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
She's standing at the podium in the Olympics, huh?
She's a gold digger.
Yeah. It just
She's
her
got
going
that medal
after,
hanging around her neck.
Yeah.
I mean, she sacrificed her son. I mean,
yeah,
she didn't want him.
She may be the most cold-blooded person we've seen so far, because she just, I mean, she has no feelings for Because I think they said from baby on, she doesn't have feelings, so she's like Dexter or something, where she just kind of fakes, her feelings. And she's on.
Yeah, Wendy Torrance would love your diagnosis.
That's my wife.
I remembered that.
Okay, I'll do it, honey.
Yeah, like even when Joe was born, like it even says that she basically could care less.
Yeah.
All she cared about was getting back to, is it Dean or D or something like that? The guy
D.
that's
D.
D-boot.
Okay.
D-boot.
Yeah.
D-boot.
D-boot. That's all that mattered, because he'd be there one day and be gone the next. And that's what she liked. Just didn't know anything or what's going on, or just so random. And then, July is right the opposite. He does the same thing every time, every day, like goes to pee, so far away, so you can't hear him, even though they're out in the middle of the woods. I mean, it's
bizarre.
So weird.
Now that you bring up that stuff about July, he would get on my nerves too if I was married to him, just because. He wouldn't wipe the buttermilk off his.
Yeah.
That would drive me nuts.
And then ask
for 4 months.
Ask Joe or ask her every single night if they wanted some, even though he knows they don't like it.
Yeah.
She should have left him a letter. That would have been the nice thing to do. I mean, just say.
Well, I mean, he even got, after he got the letter and then he read it, I'm pretty sure he put it together like, he did, that she wanted her son to go and pushed him on him so she would have no baggage and she could just straight up leave. Like he figured that right there was one thing that got me too, is how not smart he is, but how he picks up on some clues super fast that like doesn't really go with his character. Because how would he know that? She just put him on me so she could leave.
Yeah.
Well, it's love in the Old West. What are you gonna do? Yeah, it's kind of slim pickings out there, woman wise.
That's true.
You got Peaches, or you got that feral person running around, or you got the strong-willed farmer type who will manhandle you in various ways.
Yeah.
Well, who's your favorite woman character so far? Who's your standout person, good or bad? Just
Lori, just because she's the most familiar to me, I guess, right now.
I would say I like Lori, but it might be Louisa, to be honest. I know Elmira is my least favorite. Like, I think she's the worst of the worst. Like, her and Jake are terrible, but I don't know. Louisa is just, I guess, so country, and like, she's funny. Even, I don't know if she means to be, but just the way that she talks to Roscoe is just hilarious, in my opinion. Giving marriage a trial basis, and, basically tells him, if I get tired of you, I'm just going to make you leave, but we'll do everything like we're married. I like her.
Janie.
Yep.
I think Janie has potential.
Yeah.
I think it could be interesting. The story arc could be interesting.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And she can run fast.
Yeah.
And catch apparently any animal that you want.
Yeah. One of the things we have to, when we say we suspend belief and stuff. So the new cook is going to walk 2,500 miles. I mean,
it's true.
You think about, for 6 months, you're walking 12, you're walking half a marathon or a marathon a day in the Old West. Them boots ain't going to hold up. You're going to have to ride a horse. Save a cowboy, ride a horse. Is that what it's supposed to be?
Well, I mean, that works the same thing for the girl. She, she refuses to ride with Roscoe or whatever, and like she's faster than him on the horse. Well, how long is that gonna last?
Well,
Yeah.
she got on the horse towards the end.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because he made her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the horse didn't mind, or the
Yeah.
horse kind of minded, and then was like, The horse has
Yeah.
personality too. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, we got another person. All right.
I like, far as animal wise, Call's horse is my favorite.
The hell bitch.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just the whenever she bucks him off, it's out of nowhere. And I love how he puts that in the book on, like, it catches you off guard as a reader, and it catches him off guard because he's like, I should have known that was going to happen, because she would wait till I'm not thinking about constantly,
Right.
getting her to mind. I thought that was hilarious.
The great thing about that was he was like, and I expected that, and I'm glad you did it, because I wouldn't expect less from you, because that's why I chose you. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because I think he said, he didn't want any like tame horse or whatever.
Yeah.
I hate that horse because I read Streets of Laredo. I've got Streets of Laredo, so if I'm hoping I end up liking Lonesome Dove, so I can continue.
Is that the prequel?
No, it's a sequel.
Sequel. Okay.
Yeah.
Is there a prequel?
I think so. I think there's 4 books in the series, and
Dustin, is there a prequel?
But yeah, maybe Streets of Laredo is the only second book, and the other 2 are prequels. I'm not sure.
Yeah, because I thought there was like when they were Rangers or something like that, and so I'm not doing any research. Normally, I like to jump ahead and research, but I'm not doing it because I don't want any.
Now, I think that would be really cool, because they've talked about it several times about all the killing Indians and hanging them and all that. I would probably enjoy reading that book because of how crazy it sounded like it was when they're rangering days.
The Wild West, yeah.
Yeah. Because they talked like it was like, what, they quit 10 around 10 years
ago.
Before? Yeah.
Is Larry McMurtry, is he still alive? That's why I haven't even stopped all my Wikipedia stuff. I don't know. This came out in 85. So. I think the book was it 85. Yeah. The book came out 85, 86, something like that.
Yeah, he died in 2001 or 2021.
No, he passed away.
Okay.
2021.
So we got 2 prequels from Dustin. Dead Man's Walk, he didn't like it, and McMurtry is dead. McMurtry, that's a spoiler.
Oh, he didn't like it.
McMurtry's dead.
Dead Man's Walk. Okay. Well, maybe I won't go back and read it. I thought that was always, because I had heard from several people, it's like you read Lonesome Dove first no matter what.
Right.
And then you don't have to read any of the others, but read it first and then you can do the others. But supposedly Streets of Laredo is just as good as Lonesome Dove, I think. Or like right there at it. But that was really the only one I've heard that's really good as well. If this is still going to be really good.
Yes, Dead Man's Walk is actually the first one from a chronological standpoint. Streets of Laredo is actually 4th chronologically. Comanche Moon is the second one in terms of chronological.
So Lonesome Dove would be 3rd, and then Streets of Laredo. Okay.
Yes, 3rd in chronologically is Lonesome Dove.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it sounds like he hit pay dirt with this book, and then.
Oh, full surprise.
Yeah.
So have they come out with a mini-series for all of them?
Yes.
Yeah, I think they did a return to Lonesome Dove, not based off of books, and they had a few of the actors from the original series come back for that, but I didn't watch it.
Streets of Laredo was in 95. Dead Man's Walking 96.
Interesting.
And Comanche Moon was 2008. So that was,
Well, that was really
one. They waited on that one.
Yeah.
How old was he when he passed away? You still got that up?
It's 2021. He
was born in 36, I think. Is
Yeah.
what it said.
Yeah. So he was close to 85.
So, yeah. So he was writing all the way up into his mid 70s.
He was 84.
Yeah.
Says he was 84 when he passed away.
Okay.
Interesting.
He didn't look a day over 75. Am I the oldest here? I'm 49. Kevin, you said you're 46. Rowdy turned 40.
Yeah.
Trav. You don't have to reveal your age.
63.
If you had to guess.
Oh, we're
Thanks a
guessing.
lot. But lower.
If I had to guess, I would say somewhere around 46-ish.
I'll go one up. 47.
Kevin.
I think he's 43.
Go 45.
Yeah.
43?
I'm 52 years old, gentlemen.
Oh.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, we know.
I will be
Trav
53 in April.
Okay. Trav ain't about that sporting life. That puts age on you.
Yeah.
Hey, age is not a factor here, you know.
Like Mickey
Yeah.
would tell Rocky, like, women weaken legs.
I swear I thought Kevin was in his 50s. I swear.
Nope.
I did. I don't know why. I thought he did. It shocked me when I found out you were only like, what did you say, 45?
46.
46. I swear, for some reason, I thought you were in your 50s. I thought, well, this guy's as old as I am. But
Nope.
no, I'm apparently, yeah. I knew that Scott and Rowdy were fairly young, but I just had this notion that you and I were about the same age. But maybe it's because you're so tall. I thought you were older than what you were.
You have a certain gravitas towards you.
Okay.
I guess.
Okay, Dustin. George
Yeah.
Lucas, the prequels.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that doesn't sound good.
Yeah.
Got a little too big. He probably really should have kept it at one book, or maybe wrote Streets of Laredo and then just ended it there. Or surely you would think that you could come up with a good book to talk about all the Rangering days that they had. Because I mean, it gets brought up multiple times about what all they did. And then you got Jake that was part of them. Then you got the mayor that was there for like, what, 4 years or something like that, not long before they retired and left. I'm curious if they made anyone else.
Show the sheriff, Toby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another one.
Yeah, they were basically rock stars
Yeah.
back then. Yeah, I only like Star Wars 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah, I could see that. I like the first 3 okay-ish. The original 3 is the best.
Yeah,
And then these last 3 have been...
Scott, I figured you'd have a Jar Jar Binks tattoo.
No. Misa thinks Jar Jar Binks is terrible.
Yeah. I think that's what ruined the first 3, in my opinion.
He now we're on Star Wars, but I think because when that came out, it was like, okay, we got this actor and he had this thing on his head and all the behind the scenes, and that's one of the examples of just because you can do something, you shouldn't do it. Like
No.
give Jar Jar, okay, it's a technical innovation. Give him his 5 minutes, and Misa thinks that's enough, and then they just went overboard with it.
No.
Yeah.
With a character like that doesn't really shouldn't have that much into the scene. It was kind of like where what was in the last 3 trilogies or the last trilogy, the stormtrooper that was silver. Phasma, like I felt like she
Phasma?
probably Phasma, yeah.
Phasma,
Like,
yeah.
She probably could have been in it more and would have made more sense with some things. But like weird offshoot characters like Jar Jar, just like, why are you doing this? Like, it literally has nothing to do with anything.
Well, the original stuff, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But if you go to the expanded, yeah.
He got
The
obsessed
original.
with the tech side of what he could do with things. It was all, let's add all the CGI and the first, like what we watched, with Han shot first, all that was like character based stuff. And so, he got away from character based to CGI stuff. And it just got kind of bloated.
I don't think it'll ever get any better neither with Disney running it until they get away from the Skywalker saga stuff. Like that stuff's got to go before anything else good's going to happen with it. Like, I don't know what they can do or what, but you got to figure something out because it is as low as it can get now.
They got to reboot everything. Put Blue Duck as a Jedi. We'll watch that. As a Sith Lord, not a Jedi.
Oh, he would be like Dark Revan or something, like super wicked. Like
Dark
he just
Quack.
seems, him walking onto the scene to me felt like, oh, this is like the main villain of a book. I'm basically like, you come after me and, you're dead. Or, I couldn't believe, because he even talked about that to Gus about where's Call at, because I want to kill you both at the same time, basically.
Yeah.
I'm not going to kill you because then I won't have him. I want to kill you at the same time.
I think the real villain's going to be Jake. Jake's going to turn to the dark side.
Ooh, I could totally see it. Like, because they'll make him mad because, for one, he's a hothead.
I think Augustus or Call will die at Jake's hands, I'm afraid.
Ooh. Yeah, we could plot this out real quick, definitely. Yeah. One of them's going to die from his hands, and Lorraine or Lori, whatever, is going to kill him somehow. That's what I'm going to go with. I like that idea.
We'll
what
have
about
to
Scott?
watch.
Are we right?
I think the one guy that's obsessed was it with the dish. He's going to die too.
Good to see
We'll
it.
have to, these live streams, when we do the first 3, we'll have to watch them at 2 times speed and get all the predictions. And then when we wrap up, see what came true.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Because I'm gonna before we end right here, how many more people in this crew are gonna die before the end of this book?
Oh, I say at least 4 or 5. There's too many.
I'm going to say all of them. I'm going to say all of them.
Everybody can't.
I'm just going to be safe about it and say all of them.
Oh, man, that's tough.
I'm just going to be safe and say all of them. So that way I can at least run the risk of getting a correct answer. So, no, in all reality, I think it's going to be
Go ahead.
I'm going to say that of this group, I'm going to say a fair majority of them. I'm going to say most of them are going to be, because a lot of it's made up of these secondary characters that are just really not, at least at the present time, not very, prominent and not very crucial in my opinion. So, and of course, you're going to have a few major ones. I'm hoping that July does catch up with Jake, because that would at least give July a purpose of why he's there. Y'all just said a minute ago that maybe Lori might be the one to kill him, or whatnot. But I feel like July needs that just to kind of salvage his character in a way, because I have no idea where this Elmira woman is going to come into play, and I don't know. I can't really predict anything right now.
Yeah, I'll have to look on a map, and because she's on the Arkansas River, like where does that head to?
Yeah.
I didn't look that
Arkansas.
up. It's got to go somewhere, but
See, I
Yeah.
don't think that there's going to be a ton of the main group to die. And the only reason I say that is if they actually make it to Montana, like they're nearly at their limit of losing people already. Like they don't have enough to do this cattle drive. So how many is there, you could say? You've got Gus, Call. If you count, I guess you count Jake, Lori. Then you got the Newt,
Deeds, P.
Deeds.
Parker.
Yep.
You have
PI, or did you say that? That was
yeah,
just said.
PI.
Okay.
You got Lippy. You got Jasper.
Then you got the two boys. It starts with S or something. The Shuttle or Spittle boys. You got those two.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like 12. Then you got the one Irishman. That's 13. That's the main, I guess. I think that's the main. Oh, well, now you got the new cook. So that's 14. So roughly, we'll say 14 or 15 of these guys. I don't see no way no more than I'm going to say 4 more people at max die out of those.
well, it's how many are you invested in? I'm willing to lose one of the Rainy boys.
Oh,
yeah. It's like, are you invested in them? And so I think there's like 6 characters I'm like invested in,
Yeah, I don't feel like out of all the characters, I mean, that's just like the 15 we just named on that group. Then you've got the other like 4 or 5 in the other group in this book. So there's roughly 20. I just don't see more than 5 of them dying.
I think 5's going to die. I think 5 more.
Could be.
Okay, so the Arkansas River, so it goes through Arkansas and it cuts partially through Oklahoma, then through Kansas, and then through Colorado. So if Elmira is on that, it's possible that somehow it would cut into maybe their cattle drive or July's destination.
Are they having to go? They've got to go through Denver to get to Montana, don't they?
Yeah.
Right. So they're going slightly northwest.
Because they're still in Texas right now.
Yes.
So they've been traveling for what, 5 or 6 weeks? Does that sound right? Is that too much?
No, it's been weeks. I don't think it's been 5 or 6, but it's been several weeks.
Okay. So yeah, maybe it comes to a head in Denver.
Yeah, could. I think you're gonna lose a couple people before you get there, though.
Could see that. Because I don't know. That's where it gets me on. Like, okay, you named this book Lonesome Dove. I feel like they're either going to go back or half the group's going back or something. Otherwise, I feel like you'd name it something else, unless it literally just was, this is just where the book starts and they just call back to it, I wish I was here or whatever.
Elmira got lucky with this whiskey boat. With like the fellows on it.
You think?
Well, that one's already like marked her, like you're mine.
Yeah, I mean that's probably the best thing at this point is to have some protection. At least it's one guy. Yeah,
but apparently he's the biggest and most nastiest one of them all.
Hey.
So I don't know. That's going to be a very interesting scene when it comes to a head on what happens with that.
Yeah.
I'm very, very curious on that one. And I'm curious on if Lori escapes the engines.
She will.
I think
I
she
feel
will.
like it.
Someone's going to save her. Someone's going to save her.
I mean, I'm assuming it's going to be Gus. He's the only one that's went after her.
Yeah, I might be up all night reading now.
Yeah.
I'll start back Monday or Tuesday. Sorry, I don't go back to work Tuesday.
I'll probably start on it tomorrow. Well, that's all I've got. Anybody else got anything else for this section of the book?
Nope.
I'm all out of pokes.
Yeah. Okay.
Got none left in me.
All right.
One poke and I'm done.
You ain't a feisty man.
I mean, live stream. One live stream and I'm done.
Okay, now you got me so hyped now, Dustin. I'm telling
All
you.
righty.
All right. You got to hype this crew up, Dustin.
Yeah.
He's mentioned it multiple times that
Yeah.
this next section is the section.
No.
So I'm ready.
Dustin's pretty much been our impromptu fifth member tonight with the live stream, pretty much. With his knowledge and quotes. But anyway, I guess we are going to get out of here, hitch up our horses, and hit the dusty trail, as they say. But be sure to come back in 2 weeks to Sporting Life Scott's channel over at Some Other Character for part 3 of our Hat Creek Gang session talking about Lonesome Dove. Everyone out there, have a good night.
Yeehaw.
Take care.
See you, everybody. Thanks for showing up. You look like Kurt Russell from The Thing.